Hey Sushmitha,
Hi.
so can you please share uh, maybe a brief introduction and then how internships work at Amazon and your experience to recent intern and what things you and the leadership has evaluated uh, converting an intern, something like that.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So quick introduction about myself. Yeah. So basically, myself Sushmitha. So I have joined Amazon like in 2016. Um, yeah, it's total of like around 8 years of experience totally. And I started as an intern, and then in my internship, like it was like 4 rounds. The first round is about the coding, and the second round it was a group discussion. And also the third round is like a HR, and the first round is a written exam, and they have like little less complex problems, but in the interview, like direct interview, they have um, for me they are looking for a job like a data engineering role, so they are mainly concentrated on few small things from the programming and like development perspective, like which is like the recursion, dynamic programming, etc. And then they are asking about the DBMS questions, like which is like database management questions. So you probably will get that in the next semester. So that is a skill, SQL language, and for that like you have to write some queries and how complex and how easily you can solve those problems. So that is the second round of interview. The first round is the written exam. Based on your CGPA, they have selected like few people, and after that it goes to the next rounds once you clear that. And in the third round, like which is the final round, the final round is about the HR. Like there, the person HR or the hiring manager, they will see mainly about like how you could bring value for their company, and um, and also in the sense like are you good, enthusiastic, and capable of learning new things, because in companies like the Amazon and Microsoft, like big companies, they don't look for one specific language. They look for your problem solving capacity. um, they look for your like learn and be curious. And yeah, so for that perspective, um, let's say today you know C language, but are you capable of learning Java? Like do you know like only the syntaxes particularly, or you know the basics of it? So that is what they'll consider more. And also like how like in the last round, like they will also look for your behavior. um, so in terms of behavior, you like so let's say you say something like for this date you will give, but you did not give it, you did not deliver the project. But then what they expect is at least you have to communicate them. So this is the like this there's a problem here, and that's why I am not able to deliver it, and by when you can deliver it. So these are like a few scenarios. And also like in your like let's say you have done some other co-ops and you have to write some narrative, like for the preparation I'm saying, like we have to write some narrative saying that okay, I had this problem and I did this to solve it, and to solve that I had taken references from the Google and like investigated, or and then I had consulted with my seniors, and once I got the approval, I had made the project, and after making the project I got this much delivery. And like let's say you have improved a process like which was taking like 100 minutes, and then you have improved by 50%. Okay, then you have to say like this is the delivery result, and I have done it in this way. And at the end you have to show them, like tell them that you have also documented that, like let's say in the future like there is some other intern or maybe some other person like a developer who is also have a similar problem, you that the document which you have written should help them. So you being the first person, like if you are taking like 3 months to finish the project, then the next person who is doing like who have a similar problem should be able to finish it in 2 months or so. So that is the expectation. So if you have this proper set of like a story and narrative, so that will be very much useful for your interview. So that is that also they will check in your interviews.
Thank you. The question is interview everything? Getting a job is everything, or what else they should know?
No, I don't think so. Introduce everything. That is the first step that to get into the job. But after you will have to be more like more into the corporate world. Like we have to understand the agile processes and what is the sprint planning and etc. Like how the projects will run in companies, etc. And then and also. Like there is a separate process called support, like it's a support work versus the development work. So yeah, like in a sprint maybe you will not be sprint is like 15 days and there will be like some task in your project and you have like each person can pick up one task in it. So that is like a agile step process. So you have to learn about like what is the agile process and what is the waterfall, all these things. And then yeah, so you will not get the same language that you have in your college or what you have learned. So you will get maybe some different language or maybe a different complex project. Right? You have to get more into the like you have to be ready, and also the system designs. Like you will have like complexity, and in the sense like complexity. Let's say you have to deal with thousands of customers, right? Your solution should be scalable enough. It has to like so some solutions has to long last. So this also has to be learned. Latency reduction. So all these things has to be considered in your programming.
Okay. What common mistakes new developers make, especially student developers?
Okay. So the common mistakes is I would say this one like once they get into the job, they were like little relaxed, and also like let's say like there were two people like two co-ops like doing same kind of project, and one uh, is like very quiet and decent, and maybe like worried to tell if there is any problem, but the other person is very active and he explains it very neatly. And so basically the communication is very important. Like you have to be very clear enough, like you should tell like these are the like understand. Let's say first they have given a problem, and you have to understand that, identify what are the blockers you would get in that. And once you get a blockers, let's say like in the initial phase you may not know the full set of blockers. You may like let's say if there are like 50 blockers, you know about only 10 blockers. And once you go into the next steps, you have to find out the remaining blockers, and solving those blockers is the one which takes you to the next step, which is for the end of the co-op. So, and also when you find those blockers, you have to tell your team members saying that okay, this is a problem and this is where I'm stuck, I need some help, or maybe this is how I'm doing, is this the right way. You have to tell them like okay, this I'm going to do this, and probably the due date is on 4th of April. Then you have to tell them like okay, I'll need few more days to do it, and then based on that the people will decide, like the managers will decide like how we should proceed further.
Okay. Are all Amazon selected co-ops are getting
Of
jobs?
course not, like outside.
I mean, getting converted into full-time employees.
Yeah, like they don't
How much percentage do you have any
so
idea?
like 40-50% will be converted, and remaining all has to go for like back their college.
Okay, so keep in mind from SFU, even if 2 or 4 of you are selected, only 0.5% has probability to get job, full-time job in the same company. Anything else? Do you have any questions to Sushmitha? Cool. Thank you, Sushmitha.